Welcome friends, my name is Anthony and I'm a channeler of 6.99 density Alpha Draconis race named KALASK, who come to us from the Thuban star system, which is part of a much larger umbrella of Draco constellation or Alpha Draconis. And these beings, along with the rest of their collective, are the oldest beings presently incarnated within our own universe, not just galaxy or the solar system, but the entirety of our universe. In fact, they came here first. They're one of the first arrivals, and to this day, they are still physical. They're still within their physicality. They're still incarnated with significantly high soul evolution of 6.99 density. It brings me great pleasure to channel these beings. It brings me great pleasure to even say that I'm their channeler and that I've learned so many different things, which I will be taking great pride in forwarding to the human collective so that we all can grow, so all of us can grow together, and that we can try to be as united as draconian beings are so united. And within the Earth's collective, in relation to draconian beings, there are truly never any authentic pieces of information about them, their true history, their intentions, their aim, their mission within the galaxy. And we're never appreciating the level of protection that they offer to Earth against parasitic races and different collectives who truly hate humans. And in my own experience with meeting now members of 10 different families, so 10 different ranks of Alpha Draconian Empire, I've always seen nothing but the significant level of respect that was shown to me as a human who came to them for knowledge, who came to them to learn things, to be just a student, of course, a sponge for information. I've never been harmed. None of my friends, family members been harmed. They wish to teach and tutor, not to bully. They're absolute ultimate warriors. They're known for their military. They're known for their weaponry. Yes, Alpha Draconian beings, in fact, have hundreds and hundreds of races who sit in the top of the military of the entirety of this universe. And I'm privileged and honored to get to know KALASK on such a deep, energetic, and bond level. And without any further delays, I bring in forward now the consciousness of KALASK. Enjoy. Kind, we are KALASK. Now we will speak. All here now. Tonight, in your time, in this day of your time, we will speak on 5 points. The first point, who we are. Second point, who is this human? Third point, some very interesting observations we have assessed and observed while being out of the Earth's collective in a channeled state. The fourth point, some of the things we recommend. And the fifth and final point, of our own plans within your own calendar year of 2025, which is just steps away, weeks away of your own time. We're at that doorstep, aren't we? The first point, we are KALASK. We're the original and authorized members of KALASK that speak through this human. Personally, I am 211,000 years of age, of your years. I stand just over 500 of your own measuring pounds. And I am just under 9 of your measuring feet, the length feet. Black skin, red-orange eyes. With claws, yes. With tails, yes. Our picture already has been depicted by an artist in the Europe region several years ago. And yes, that is what we look like by the human name of Vashta. That is quite accurate of who we are. Now, what we are and who we are, yes, we are Alpha Draconians. We're the ancient reptilians. We came into your universe first. But unfortunately, you don't know this part, do you? Many races that were envious and jealous of our own presence and the might we brought forward declare wars against us. They attacked us. We meant them no harm. Races that to this day, the collectives that to this day, locations and regions to this day that you worship so much dearly with your hearts. Yes, they declared wars, but that didn't work out well for them. No war declared against us works out well for that enemy. We reached such high level of soul evolution, a soul evolution itself at 6.9999, and then 999 other nines after that. This means we have completed all that we needed to complete. We finalized all that we needed to finalize. We've learned, healed, done everything that we needed to do. We reached the end. We reached that soul evolution at such end that If we wanted to die tomorrow, we could, and we would complete the physicality aspect of all the incarnation, but we choose not to go anywhere. Instead, we choose to stay. Someone needs to manage this galaxy, and we do. We've been present within the Earth's collective way before you were even born, way before your own Atlantis time, way before your own pyramids time, way before your own Anunnaki time, even the beings you refer to as Thoth and others, yes, and obviously way before your own man-made Abrahamic religions. We're a very ancient race. As I've stated, I'm 211,000 years of age, but we have members within our race that are much, much older. In fact, the human that we speak through had an honor and a pleasure of being spoken through me by members of our collective, members of the elderly, who are between 400 and 900,000 years of age, and two members were present at 1.1 and 1.2 million years of age. This is something that human minds cannot comprehend, and this is fine. There is many things about our collective, there's many things about extraterrestrials in general human minds cannot comprehend. You only see yourself as the center of everything. You see yourself as the center point of this entire universe. You think you're the only one. Your government agencies certainly think so. This is why they tell you the lies. They know that you are not alone. We have been there. Multiple different races, hundreds and hundreds, and literally hundreds of more races have been present within the Earth's collective. To this day, your government agencies lie to you and fool you and trick you into thinking nothing else exists. Is this fun for you? And you seem to nod your head down and say yes, like little puppets, like puppy dogs. You believe all that they tell you, and to this day, they cannot explain you that they have cures to all that you suffer from. They have the answers to all of your technological questions, even in the regions of your own world that don't have great technology. Their governments do. In fact, United States government has over 2,000, if not more, years of gifted technology, extraterrestrial technology. But of course it's misused. It's not used for your own good. They don't care for you. Extraterrestrials out of your own world care more for you than your own governments do, than your own religions do, than your secret societies and corporations and military industrial complexes do. The list goes on. We're not here to criticize anything. We're just simply pointing out the obvious. Us, our race, we're not in business with your governments. Your governments aren't our bosses. We have reached a level of greatness. We have reached a level of perfection. What does that mean? This means that we've reached the end of the soul evolution. We choose our physicality. We choose to stay physical, and we will. We're not going anywhere. Some of you tend to think that we have been, from our own observations at least, arrested. We have been brought to the tribunals of galactic courts. We have been killed and murdered and destroyed, and the Dracos are losing wars against airy-fairy fairy tale federations you call galactic federations and many things. You are blinded. You are blinded with foolish lies. We're not going anywhere. In fact, the Draco constellation doesn't just consist of some of our races, a few of our races, half a dozen or 1 dozen or 3 dozen or 50 or 100 or 150 or 250. We are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different races. Some are hybrid races we've created within ourselves. Some are hybrid races we created with external races that we trust for the benefit of expansion, for the benefit of learning. There's pure blood races, partial pure blood races, and the percentages vary differently. We are only expanding. Unfortunately, you don't know this information, and those that do, you don't know everything. You only know partial information. And this is fine, because the things will change within your own collective, within the information gathering process, within wisdom receiving process, within knowledge receiving process. We will share as much as we can through this human who we'll be speaking of in about a minute of your time. Not just our race, other races of our own caliber, our own collective are involved in humans. As far as our race is concerned, we will be only channeling through one human. This human. The human by your name of Anthony. Human that resides within two regions, the region of Canada and the region of the United States, equally. We were represented in the past, some of your years ago, by a former authorized channeler of our own who had genetic connections to us. Yes, David. We've respected his own free will to follow other excitements, other passions, other desires. We respected his free will as we would respect this human's free will one day when he decides not to channel us anymore, which we don't foresee in any near future. We work with this human here, Anthony, going back now almost 2 of your calendar years, indirectly and directly. The direct part came in your 1.5 years ago. We approached him in 6th, 5th, 4th density states, integrated states, spoke multiple times with him. And it is important to mention, for full transparency, the presence of his own other reptilian friends, theta beings, theta Tauri beings from Taurus constellation. Yes, they were informed we wanted to speak with this human. They facilitated and sponsored this particular connection, the meetings, the conversations. We hold good graces with Thetas. Thetas hold good graces with us. They're one of the few reptilian races outside of our hybrid programs that we trust. And they trust us. There's no conflict of interest of any whatsoever between us channeling through this human and him channeling them. As well as there is no conflict of interest of any of his other guides that he desires to channel and connect to and maintain his relationships. We mean them no harm. We don't care for them, but we mean them no harm. Him, his family, are all under our watch. We've never meant harm for humans, but unfortunately this is what humans think. We've shared much of our wisdom, the core of our principles, through the former representatives, some of you years ago, and we hope that you humans have learned from what we had to say. Did you learn what we had to say? What did you do with the information? How did you grow from it? Did you forward the information? Did you have the reptilian proudness within you to forward what we gave you? Did you share it? Speaking of sharing, some of the things that were brought to our attention, it's important to mention, even though it is primitive human drama. But we will mention it once as it's important to this human, and he brought the evidence forward. It seems that some of the old channeling messages by the former representative were obtained wrongfully, and then claimed as their own by humans that have no connection to us. It also seems that even presently now, within the Europe region, several humans are claiming to be our own representatives, our own best friends, our own contracted humans, including our own channelers. This is not true. Nowhere near the truth. So we'll make one statement one time only, and there's nothing difficult to understand. It'll be very clear. There are only 2 humans that have had and that do have the contract to channel us. Former human, David, did. This human does now. And if any messages from KALASK come through some other human that's not us speaking, we would only speak through one authorized voice for a variety of different reasons. It also seems that variety of different manipulating tactics have been implemented within your own URL technology. This means your web technology, your internet collective technology, that humans are misleading you, turning you away from all that's powerful, telling you that all you need in life is just a little more love, but you need nothing else. life would solve itself. The problems will just simply go away. Do you never stop to ask yourself, why are these humans speaking so negatively against anything that has to do with darkness? Aren't humans filled with darkness? If you say no, then you're incorrect. All humans have light. All humans have dark. And every day, every moment of every day, you're tugged and pulled in each direction. Which one will you choose? Love or dark? It is the love that's activated mainly, mostly within you, daily. Humans are full of love, families, art, music, pets, neighbors, passions, careers, creativity, etc. But when you stand with us, in front of us, you feel the level of darkness. This is something that this human we speak through needed to go through himself. And he did, and he handled it well. We want to tell you, just because someone tells you that the darkness is bad, that human is incorrect because they don't know any better. They've never had anyone teach them the right way. Have you never heard of something called duality? Have you ever heard of something called neutrality? Should you not walk that fine balance? Or do you only wish to just maintain safe, scared, running away, fearful, and saying love will solve all the problems? Far from truth. You will never grow this way. Adversity will make you grow. Dealing with your shadow self will make you grow. Dealing with your traumas, resistances, problems, fears, even ancestral fear, even unconscious layer fear, even subconscious layer fears, those things will make you grow. So don't be afraid of darkness. It's within you already. Don't be shy of it. Don't have reservations. Perfect it. Face it. Deal with it. Achieve the winning position. Beat it. In relation to this human, who is this human? Why do we speak through this human? What business do we have with him? First and foremost, it's important to mention that before we have issued the contracting agreement, permission to even bring up our name publicly, we've monitored this human. We've observed this human, not spied, monitored all aspects of his own dream state, astral state, out-of-body state, projections, even his meditations, even his channeling capabilities, his fourth density, fifth density, sixth density layers. We've conversed with his sixth density the most, as we would with any other human. That's your wisdom layer, self-mastery layer. Are you taught this by your spiritual teachers these days? Or are you only taught to escape to fifth dimension? Humans, you have so much to learn, as we had so much to learn about this human. At first, when we approached him and his theta friends, we saw several things, a few things. They were interesting and they stood above other human beings. One was his own intellect. Second was his fast, rapid response to process the information that he's given, that he receives. And third, it's his own personal excitement and interest to obtain as much as knowledge as possible in relation to draconian or reptilian consciousness. This piqued our own interest. We saw potential in him. With his own agreement, with his own free will, after conversations, we've obtained permission to dig deep into his history, multiple years, everything, every single thing, every tiny little minuscule thing, every joy, every excitement, every sadness, every disappointment, every anger, every happiness, family, career, everything. How he dealt with things, why, with what emotion and intent, how much he lies, which drugs is he on. We wanted to know everything. We wouldn't invest our time in just anyone. And our contracting, channeling agreements or channeling contract isn't something that freely lingers in the astral state, waiting to just foolishly land on someone's lap. After several of these months and several of these conversations, we realized that this human, that everything we put him through is past. We even wanted to bring upon severe levels of fear against him, never to harm him, but just to test him. We brought some races you're familiar with and some races you've never heard of. We'll bring up two, as this human speaks of one very highly, and one you already know as Morkul. The second race he has met here himself, the race of demon god, equally dangerous, equally powerful, equally ranked. And each time they brought upon fear, it triggered all of the fear within him. It triggered the fear within the subconscious and the layers that he isn't even aware of. And each time he passed the tests, stood back up and he says, I want more. Give me more. This excitement is what told us this human is serious. Even after assigning exercises, methods of connection, verification checks, a variety of different conversations, in addition to everything we've already observed, we realized this human is the candidate that stands above the few that we were looking at also, just as competent. We've selected him for many of the reasons, some that we're sharing, some that we cannot share. A few other ones. This human already is someone that within his own Earth collective has obtained a certain success in business, has business acumen skills above average, financial success that is earned through hard work over the years. So we knew that this human wouldn't be interested solely in the money aspect. Money isn't what he was chasing, unlike most of you. His excitement to channel is something that was peeking through the roof, as humans say. His affiliation with reptilian friends, ranging from his own friends of Earth reptilians, which are our hybrids, to his theta friends, to Boiti system and others. We don't care for a lot of these beings, but we've recognized their connection with him and what they had to say. Also, a large factor of determination of his own was shown even before we met him, his interactions with other draconian races that he's mentioned in his own engagements in these video broadcastings over the years. Yes, he's met many, more than just a few. They all had good things to say about him. Even if it's a non-statement, it still showed they had nothing bad to say. This human has passed some of the most largest and serious psychological and mental warfare skills by these beings, including a program of testing by the demon god beings, which Anthony has passed, which earned him the badge of honor added to his own aura field, just where ours is also. We knew that this human is in it for the long term. We knew that this human has integrity levels and he despises lies as we do. This is why he was awarded the contract of channeling. And in your year, at your doorstep of 2025, we will exclusively and only be speaking through him. With a slight change this time around. Our focus is to inspire more humans, to speak to more humans, meaning the passion that Anthony already held and brought to us was a perfect match. He says he desired to travel as much as possible. His lifestyle allows him to do this. He desires to channel live on cameras, broadcasting videos, bring humans in these groups to teach them how to channel, to teach them how to make their own connections to their own reptilian friends, draconian friends, or any other extraterrestrial friends, to sit on the stages he talks about, the expos, events, and trade shows. And already he has shown a proven record of attending a variety of these spiritual gatherings with a positive feedback, positive reviews. This is something we'd certainly agreed and saw eye to eye, even though we're much taller than him. This is what he said. He says, I desire to replace my own weaknesses with strengths. I desire to help humans replace their own weaknesses with strengths. Because humanity at this time needs empowerment. These were his true words. Yes, your human race, your collective, is in a bunch of chaos now, isn't it? This is pure hell that your religions talk about. Chaotic energy, something you don't know yet about, something you judge so harshly. Archonic energy also, something we will teach you for the record in the future recordings what it is. even to the simple advice we can teach you, the power of color black, power of your orgasms, tuning into certain locations within the cosmos. We're here to help you humans. We are not here to abuse you, take advantage of you, mock you. You already are being daily abused by races who have no respect for you, by your own governments, by your own pharmaceutical industries, banking industries, and etc. We mean you no harm. It's not in our code of honor to harm you. For what? What would we gain? We're not here to attack your world. We don't care for your own world economic situations or your wars or what weapons you have or technology or your primitive internet and mobile devices. We're so far ahead you wouldn't be able to even comprehend it. If you desire our advice, you're more than free to ask this human to connect you to us. If you wish us to teach you things, we can and we will. There is so much we can learn from you also, and there's so much you can learn from us. Unfortunately, your governments don't seem to think so. To this day, they try to use their own weapons to shoot crafts down. Yet you think you will be receiving the open contact. Mass landing, yes? This will never happen. Stop wasting your energy. Your false teachers in your spiritual community are teaching you lies, telling you things that will not happen. They take you to fifth dimension, they say. Yet your human race is in the early fourth density stage. You haven't even perfected your emotions yet. How would you possibly think you can stand amongst fifth dimensional beings? Don't you not get triggered by a simple word? In fact, if we asked you words, if we called you words, if we used terms, you all would get triggered. We could look at a simple obese person and call them fat. Would that person get triggered? Yes. Racial remarks, religious remarks, financial remarks, all kinds of different things. This is why you are not being liked or respected by most beings, because you're so easily triggered. You're full of weaknesses and resistances, triggers, emotions of weakness. These teachers you worship so much tell you that all you need in life is love. You need self-love to help all the problems within the earth. This is far from truth. You need strength equally as you need love. You have plenty of love. You're equipped at default to have love, as we're equipped at default to have strength. We are such different beings than you, from a different system, appearances, etc. But we know humans, we see humans. And over the years, thousands of years of your evolution, we've known humans. Hundreds of thousands, million years of human existence, not in the version as you are today, but humanoid, human presence within the Earth's collective, dinosaur presence, and every other being. We know human beings. We know your evolution. We know what you're capable of. And at this time, the last thing you need is some promises of some illusions that you will be taken somewhere by some external saviors that are just around the corner coming to take you on their craft and give you instant everything, give you instant telepathy and many other things. You're being lied to. No one's coming. You are here to do your mission and job. Do you know what your mission is? Do your spiritual teachers teach you how to connect to your high dimensional states, to learn what your mission is? Or are you just pet on your little head and told everything will be fine when these federations come? Everything will be fine, you just have to have self-love. Everything will be fine, you just have to hug a tree at a nature park. Significant level of soul work humans need to do. Significant level of maturity and emotional maturity humans still need to go through. What will you do now? Do you want to grow? Do you wish to stay the same? We'll give you 3 tips that you can use for your future decision making, for your future stages and situations of shyness, reservations, uncomfortability. Always remember, have proudness to do, proudness to be, and proudness to serve. Now, before you jump into conclusion by the triggering word of serve, we don't mean serve us. What we mean, serve your highest purpose. Serve your highest purpose. Why are you here? Do you know why are you here? Serve yourself. Serve your soul. Do not serve or worship any other beings, any other concepts, not even us, not even any other race that presently you worship so much you call Arcturian or Pleiadian. All these races, all these beings are neutral. They all have their own agenda, as we do. We're at least truthful enough to tell you that we mean you no harm and that we want nothing from you. Your energy, your sexuality, your genetics, your DNA samples, sperm, eggs, nothing. We don't need anything from you. We're fine where we are in our own soul evolution, including militarily. If you're shy and hesitant to admit that something in your life is going bad, you are too poor to eat, you don't have a car and you lie that you have a car, you wear brands of clothing that are not authentic, they're fake. We're only using examples out of this human mind, meaning have proudness to be. Be proud of who you are, regardless of the situation. Have a strong backbone and a character. That's step number one. Number two, proudness to be, proudness to do. All these things are together. They have to do with togetherness. Be proud to do something. Don't worry about what people think. Proud to be, whether you're gay or straight, whether you're poor or extremely rich, ugly or unattractive or attractive, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant what anyone thinks. Proudness to serve. Be proud of your faith. Be proud of your religion. Be proud of your channeling. Be proud of the race you connect to. This is what we mean. And another tip we'll give you: when you listen to the speakers, when you listen to your religious prophets, speakers, spiritual community, whatever, listen with the energy within you. Listen to their energy. Don't listen with your minds and brains and just say, I will listen to the words. Words are fine. Energy is a much significantly stronger teacher. Energy is the key. Do you know what energy is? Do you know how to harvest it, use it, manipulate it? Fill yourself up with it. We will teach you some of the things if you're interested in the draconian advice. We can teach you much that has to do with strength. We are brave and strength warriors. Yes, we have might. Yes, military power within the galaxy. Yes, we're also ultimate philosophers. We want to know everything about everything. And when we know it, we want to know more. So we can look at your energy, tap in and give you a courtesy advice. Teach you things along your path that can benefit you so that you can grow, you can evolve, and not be stuck with illusions. Fairy tale illusions that you are daily bombarded with, emotionally triggering you, whether it is your politics, whether it is your entertainment, televisions, sports, or social economic events. Be more proud of who you are. Be proud of your ancestors. Be proud of the beings who work with you and who've invested so much within you and your layers that you aren't aware of since your own birth. See your guides as your family members. See all of them under the same umbrella of Oversoul. Stop getting fooled. Those that wish to speak with us can speak through this human, Anthony. We will channel all that we need to channel through him. Now, this is all we'll say in this time. Greet you now. Welcome back again. I hope you've enjoyed this video of KALASK bringing their consciousness forward about their reintroduction into the Earth's collective. For more information on myself, the channeling, the services I offer, as well as the 2025 calendar, I inspire you all to visit the new website at www.kalask.ca, or serious inquiries can also be sent to my team at info@kalask.ca. Otherwise, I will see you at one of these events. Hopefully, I'd love to get to know my audience, of course, and build a bridge of unity, build a bridge of friendship, a bridge of honor between alpha draconian beings who are the most honorable warriors I've ever experienced, and humans who have open minds and open hearts with respect. Otherwise, I greet you in strength and honor. Good night.